We love featuring artists that you should know about on the morning show. And today we're heading to Illinois to chat with country teen sensation McKenna Faith Winters. McKenna's 15. She's a singer from McChesney Park, Illinois. She's released 4 songs so far, and all of them have skyrocketed to the top of the charts. She has a song called Kelce that you just heard about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's relationship that just came out 3 weeks ago. She just dropped another single, Monuments, on Friday. We're excited to have McKenna Faith Winters and her dad, Matt, on the show with us. First, good morning. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me so much. Thank you so much.
Well, tell us, McKenna, this has been a whirlwind year for you. I saw some YouTube videos of you like 3 years ago. How do we go from there to recording in Nashville? Do we find a producer? Do we find writers? How does it begin?
Yeah, so we went to a boot camp late April, was it?
Late April last year, yeah. This year, yeah. Late April.
And that's where we first found our songwriters, and that's where I'm Doing Country Night started, at this music boot camp, and they offered it to me. So like, yeah, let's try it, let's do it. And then all of a sudden I just started meeting all these people and songwriters, and it's helped me so much from there.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a whirlwind. Your first time on stage in Nashville, this is pretty sweet. You guys are just in the crowd, you request a song, and tell us what happens.
So we requested a song by Avery Anna, and the guy, he knew her, but he didn't know the song very well. And my mom was like, pointed at me, and she was like, she can sing it. And he was like, you want to sing it? So I walked up there, and I guess it just happened. Like, I just did it.
Yeah, you crushed it. And then I saw another video you were playing live, this Olivia Rodrigo cover. When was that? Was that this summer?
That was in April when we were down there for the boot camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went back down there in April. The first time was last July, 2022, and then the second time was late April. We were down there at that boot camp that Seth Mosley puts on, Full Circle.
How are you getting the songs? Is it the same producer that's writing them for you?
Yeah. So the same guy's just been pitching them to me, and there's all different writers.
Cedric Israel is he's been a co-writer on all 6 of the songs that she's recorded. So she's got 2 more coming, and Cedric is just super, super talented. He's a writer, he's a producer. And
he's helped me so much. He wants to help me with guitar, he wants to help me with songwriting, and he's just always been there for our family.
I mean, what are your friends thinking? You're 15. What are you, a sophomore?
Yeah, I'm a sophomore. You know, it's kind of funny. Some of my friends are like really into it, and then some aren't. But most of them are pretty supportive about it, and I love it.
Yeah, you got a couple dogs. I love your videos. If you go and check out McKenna, she's just like singing around the house all the time, like it's no big deal. What's your puppy Jersey? When did you get him?
We got her mid-October.
No, it's only been probably been about 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, she's young. She's about 15 weeks right now. She's a handful. Luckily, she's sleeping right now. Otherwise, she'd be right in the middle of this interview.
What's the other dog think? Because we just got a new cat, and the other cat hates the other cat. How are the dogs?
So we have another boxer. She's 14, or almost 14, and she loves her. I mean, they wrestle each other. They sleep in the same bed all the time. They love each other. And then Daisy, our other one, she wants nothing to do with her. Absolutely nothing to do with her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mike, was this the projection when McKenna started singing when she was younger? How did we take the next step? Because that's what it seems like when people always have the problem of taking the next step, and you guys are doing it.
You know, honestly, we really had no expectation when we started. It was just something fun to do during COVID. We were just kind of bored. And anybody who knows me knows I don't sit around the house very well. I've been a high school basketball coach for a long time, just kind of always into something. And so I'm like, hey, she had just sung in a Christmas program in like 5th grade. For the first time, she had like a 2-line solo. And she came home and told us she had that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I've never even heard her sing before. And, so we just started out having some fun with it and started to get a little bit of attention here and there. And the crazy thing is we just noticed how much better she was getting every time we tried to record something. It was just, and you still hear it. Like, I think if you go through her song progression, her releases in the last 5 months here, you hear her get better every single song.
Yeah, go and check her out. McKenna Faith Winters. She's at McKennaFaithWinters.com. She's on Facebook, Instagram. Her latest single, Monuments, just came out on Friday. Because looking at your videos, McKenna, Heartstrings Attached and Monuments, it looked like you're singing them at the same studio, but Kelce was different. Was it two different places? Tell us the story.
So we recorded Monuments and Heartstrings here in Rockford.
Oh, okay.
Jason's studio? Was it? Yeah. It was at a friend's, Jason's studio, and then we went to Nashville for, we originally just went there for backbiting and
One Girl to Another, which are not out yet.
And then that's when he pitched us Kelce, and we're like, okay, I guess we're doing this. Like, it just came up.
Yeah, well, the Kelce, tell us the story, because he pitches it to you Friday night. You have to learn it and record it Saturday.
Right. I was listening to that song. I think we all were knew it by the time we listened to it so much.
I think we went. What did we do? So we went to lunch. We went back to the hotel. We went to Opryland and just kind of walked around a little bit that night. And we must have listened to the song, gosh, 50 times. I don't know. We must have squeezed it in 50 times. They were like, you
don't have to sing it because my voice was probably going to be gone the next day, and it was gone.
So she literally had not sung it hardly at all before she stepped in the studio.
No, we just wanted to say my voice, so I was just learning the words and learning what note I should do for each one, listening to it. So it was a lot, but it was fun.
I mean, we talk about it every day on the show. This Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. There's an article every day about him. I mean, you had to be excited when you heard this song. You had to know this was going to be huge.
Yeah, we knew it was. They were both famous and. They were both blowing up everywhere, so we just knew that we had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great song. Kelce, go and check her out. McKenna Faith Winters. She's at McKennaFaithWinters.com. Go and follow her. She's on Facebook and Instagram. Well, Mike, you said you're a sports fan. McKenna, do you play any sports?
I do. I play softball, and I did play basketball, but I quit that this year so I could focus on music. And I had also fractured my back this summer for the second time, actually. So I was like, I need to take a break. So softball's my main sport.
Ouch, you fractured your back. That doesn't sound good.
No,
pitching in softball can be rough on your spine, and she's had some issues. She's had spinal fusion surgery when she was 12 to fix it once, and then it happened again, and it was just had to give something up, basically. So softball's her first love, so that's kind of where it's at.
Yeah, well, now it's all on singing. Morgan Wallen, you saw him this summer.
Yes, I did. I went with one of my friends.
I did not get to go.
Actually, so last Christmas, my friend called me on Christmas morning, and she was like, hey, I got Morgan Wallen tickets. You want to come with? And I was like, you're joking. It was so fun. I loved it.
Imagine how the rest of the Christmas presents went over after she already got a call from her friends saying she got Morgan Wallen tickets.
Yeah, forget about everything else. I'm going to Morgan Wallen, that's for sure. You guys have CDs and hats that are coming. When's the CD coming out?
The CD actually should be on our doorstep literally tomorrow. So we'll have that on the website. It's all set. I just got to turn it on and get it live on the website. We were hoping to get them out for Christmas presents, but as you know, things happen and it's been a little slower than we had hoped. But yeah, that's the start. Some other merchandise Mom's the merchandise queen. She's working on some T-shirts and stuff right now, and just kind of getting some prototypes set up and things like that. So.
Yeah, because you're doing a contest. If you go to McKenna's Instagram page, you can see it on there. If you share her stuff, you could win a signed CD and hat. How cool is it, McKenna, to see a hat with your name on it?
Honestly, it's kind of weird. I talk to my parents all the time about how I don't like wearing my own stuff, but I love it. Yeah, I don't know. I love it, but I don't.
She won't be wearing it.
Yeah, I won't be wearing it.
She would appreciate it if you were wearing it, but she won't be.
Yeah, that's always weird. It's like the guy at the concert wearing the band T-shirt at the concert. You know, it's like, do you do that or yeah? And then some artists, do you wear your stuff or yeah? It's
we see guys on stage wearing somebody else's stuff.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You got to wear somebody else's stuff to be cool. Well, Nashville, you guys are heading back tomorrow. Are you recording music? What's happening?
You want to help me explain that?
Well, we have we just have a big meeting Friday morning, and we're excited about it. We'll see where it goes. We haven't committed to anything yet, but we feel like hopefully if things work out, it's the next step for them.
Yeah, I mean, can you believe what's happened in such a short amount of time?
It's crazy. I mean, there was a point this summer I was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And all of a sudden I'm like, no, I want to do this. Like, I need to do this.
Yeah, don't stop now.
No, I'm not stopping now. Trust me.
Man, how is it in Nashville? I mean, you went around and toured all kinds of stuff. That had to, fuel the fire even more.
I love it. At this point, it feels like a second home. We've always wanted to move there, and
this will be our third trip this year.
Fourth trip.
Fourth trip this year. Yeah. It's so much fun. I mean, if you've never been there, it's just something you got to put on your bucket list, especially if you're a music fan, not even just a country music fan, but just a music fan. The talent up and down Lower Broadway is just mind-blowing. From 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning until 2 a.m. any night of the week, there's just talent in and out of every single place you walk in and out of. It's just so much fun to sit there and watch people do what they love. It's just a really inspirational and fun experience.
Yeah, because you guys are just outside of Rockford. Are you driving to Nashville? How far is it?
We have been. It's about 8 hours.
At this point, we're used to it.
Yeah, we actually they just announced airline service from Rockford directly to Nashville like 2 weeks ago, so we're excited for that.
The thing is that I hate flying. I know I'm going to have to do it, but I hate it. I'd rather drive than fly all the time.
Well, 8 hours isn't too bad. We live in Wyoming. It takes you, 2-3 hours to get anywhere. So
yeah, anyway.
So 8 hours isn't too bad, but
you've got mountains to look at when you're driving. We're looking at pretty flat land most of the day. So.
Yeah, and not a lot out there. Well, backbiting, you mentioned it. You've been teasing it on your site. This is already coming out, in January?
Do you know?
We have not set a date. It'll be January sometime. We haven't set a date yet. We knew we had this meeting coming up Friday, and we knew that might change some things. So we kind of stopped setting dates on the next two. But backbiting is fantastic. One Girl to Another coming after that is really, really good too. So yeah.
Yeah. What are you on TikTok, McKenna?
I am. It's the same thing for all of my social media. It's McKenna Faith Winters music. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I tried to find you on there and I couldn't find you.
TikTok's a work in progress. We haven't really committed enough. We haven't committed enough time to that yet to build that one up yet. So Facebook's been our main one. If you're looking for the one, it's probably Facebook right now. We're trying to build the others up to catch up to Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram has a lot with McKenna on it. You can also go to our website, McKennaFaithWinters.com. Your Christmas tree is behind you guys. What's happening for Christmas? Are we sticking around?
Yeah, we're always in town for Christmas. We go to Christmas Eve. We go to my aunt's house, and then this year we're actually having Christmas morning at our house.
So. Oh, nice. And Mike, you're a Notre Dame fan.
I am. You did your research.
How are you feeling about this year's football team?
I'll give them this. The schedule was tough. The schedule was really tough early on, and I was happy that Ohio State game is still haunting me. I think that's the difference between playing in the Final Four and not, and to lose that one. And I don't know if you're a college football fan, they Ohio State scored the winning touchdown with like no time on the clock.
Yeah,
and Notre Dame had 10 players on the field, so that's tough to swallow.
Yeah. Are we a Bears fan? Are we a Bulls fan? What about stuff in Illinois?
We are a Bears fan for sure. McKenna's not a football person. So, I used to be a huge Bulls fan, but Michael Jordan kind of ruined that for me growing up as a kid. So it's hard to watch now.
Yeah, when they stink, it's not as fun.
Been a rough stretch.
But McKenna, your song was played at a football game. Was that in town? Was that at your high school?
Yeah, that was at my high school. The funny thing was, my mom was dropping me off. He was here working the football game, and my mom was dropping me off, and I get out of the car, and I'm listening, and I was like, no way, like, and I knocked on her window, and I was like, Mom, roll down your window, and I was like, they're playing my song, and she was like, oh, that's great, and I walk up there, and all my friends are already there, and they're like, McKenna, you played your song, and I was like, I heard.
Yeah, that's nice of them. Well, Monuments, you just dropped it on Friday. Tell us a little bit about the song.
it was another one Cedric had pitched to us. He pitched all of them to us at the same time.
It's funny how you get some of these songs. She's starting to get quite a bit thrown her way, and you just have to listen to them. Like the first time, like there's no way we're ever recording that. Yeah. And by the time the fourth or fifth time you listen to it, like, man, I really like this. It kind of grew on us. And
yeah, the first time I listened to it, I was like, I don't really like this that much. And now it's like one of my favorite songs I've done. So
yeah, because that's what I was going to ask. How hard is it to? I mean, how many songs do they throw at you? Do they give you 10 and you pick a couple, or how does it work?
Sometimes, but this time he only pitched us the 4 of them. He's like, you can have the 4 of them if you want. So we listened to them, and we're like, okay, yeah, like we like these, like we want to do them. So
man,
it's funny. We're just all listening. Like mom's listening in her car, we're listening in my car, and we're just different opinions to start. And it's funny how it all kind of comes together. Like, and we've had some songwriters send as many as 5, 6, 7 songs all at once. So it's kind of cool. It's a little difficult picking a song that for a 15-year-old right now. Like there's a lot of adult songwriters writing more adult songs, country music obviously known for singing about drinking and all that stuff.
Like Monuments is talks about like driving to
it's a breakup song.
Past your house. And I'm like, I can't drive.
Yeah, I can't relate. I've never driven.
Close. He has a permit.
I do. I don't like driving. I have nothing to do with it.
Well, you'll like driving. Come on.
I'm probably just not used to it yet, but I probably will. I haven't done it a whole lot yet, so.
Well, how big's the town you guys are in? It's like 35,000?
In Chesley Park's about 22,000, but Rockford itself is about 152,000, I think. So the whole metropolitan area is about 250,000 by the time you throw in Chesley Park, Loves Park, kind of, just, I don't know if you call them suburbs. I'm not sure Rockford's big enough to have suburbs, but everything's kind of right there. So
yeah,
decent.
Yeah, decent sized place. So what's next, McKenna? You mentioned guitar. Are we dabbling in playing guitar? Or?
I have been. I had a guitar class last year, and I didn't really love it. And all of a sudden, I've been playing it more, and I've been learning songs and chords, and it's a work in progress. But I'm getting there. I think Cedric really is going to help me with it too.
Yeah. And then what's next? Are we going to stick with Cedric, or we'll find out tomorrow?
Well, no, Cedric he's just a fantastic songwriter. He's just a really talented person. He's become a really good friend of ours. So Cedric will be in the picture no matter what. I think we've been lucky to latch onto a really kind of young, talented, and hungry group of songwriters. Kristen Cooper's another one who's written both Heartstrings and Monuments. Meg Kelly, Hannah McDonald, Les Hogue, Karen Kiley, so many of them. Kelly Niederhellner. I'm sure, Kelly, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but man, just writing some really good stuff. And it's cool because everybody's like just really hungry. Everybody's trying to so I think we've got a team that we're really excited about. And now we're just looking for somebody that can help promote it a little bit. So
yeah, now the next step, get it all out there so everybody can hear it.
Yep, that's the hardest part.
Yeah. Are we a Taylor Swift fan, McKenna?
That's the funny thing. I love Taylor Swift, I do, but I don't know.
Happy birthday, Taylor.
Yeah, today's her birthday.
Right. I don't know if you can call me a Swiftie, though.
She had to learn a lot from her friends about Taylor Swift when this song was thrown her way.
My best friends love her, and they're like, McKenna, you're going to get us to meet her one day. And I'm like,
you listen to old Taylor Swift.
I love music. I do. I have nothing against her new music. I just haven't listened to it. Like, I haven't.
She likes country Taylor, and her softball buddies, they're screaming it in the dugout before every game, and they're listening to our song and Back to December and really old school stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why, but Sparks Fly, which is an old Taylor song, you sound like her or in that song for some reason, or I don't know why.
That's funny. One of the videos Kelce we posted blew up with 1 million views, and people didn't read the caption and stuff. They're like, what? They were like,
oh, they're saying she wrote a song about Travis Reddy, and they're tagging their friends in it, and she kept jumping in saying, well, actually, that's me, but nobody's listening to her at that point. I think they're all on Spotify and whatever looking for this new song by Taylor Swift, and it's not there, and it was interesting.
Yeah, I got over 1 million views already.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Wow, that's awesome. Go and follow her. Go and check her out, McKenna Faith Winters. Yeah, go check out Kelce, Heartstrings Attached, and Monuments that just came out on Friday, and you're going to hear it right now. McKenna, Mike, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Jeff.
It's McKenna Faith Winters. It's KIX 96.5.